Good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome to Northfield High School for tonight's Section 1-3A semifinals between the Faribault Falcons and your Northfield Raiders. We would like to extend a warm welcome to visiting wrestlers and their fans. Please stand if you're able. Remove your hats and join us as 4 educators sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Nice job.
Thank you, Northfield educators. Great job.
And welcome here to Northfield Raider Wrestling, where we are. This is the semifinal match. Do you know why JM wasn't able to come today?
Yeah,
Sean?
it's kind of strange, but they're allowing some teams that feel like they're a little undermanned or whatever to opt out, and I was hoping that would end after COVID, but apparently in Section 1 it has not, and I think that rule needs to change. Coaches need to get together, and teams need to compete, so I'm a little disappointed that JM wasn't able to make it.
Yep.
But also Austin and a couple others opted out as well, so that's too bad.
Yeah, that was Sean Murphy. For those of you that don't know, I am Lance Reister, and so that's why this is the semifinal match is our first meet tonight instead of the quarterfinal. Northfield was supposed to take on the winner of the Faribault versus JM, but you just heard there why JM decided opted out of coming. So this is, like we just said, Northfield is hosting the Faribault Falcons here from Northfield Gymnasium, and they are challenging for the section semifinal for the right to go down to Rochester on Saturday, would be where the section finals is at. This little pregame chat here brought to you by Professional Pride Realty, Northfield's only locally owned real estate broker. We certainly thank him and all of our sponsors for their contributions to keeping this Northfield Live going. We've got two events going on here simultaneously. We've got this wrestling meet, of course. You're tuning in for that. And also we have our girls hockey team playing in the section finals versus Lakeville North after they upset the number 1 seed in Lakeville
I was there.
South.
It was a good game.
Yes,
it was a really
it was.
good game.
Yes, it was.
Competitive section.
Yeah, huh?
All 4 of those teams are,
yeah.
Just like our wrestling section. Anybody can beat anybody.
Absolutely.
And it's really fun to watch, and that's, it's a fun when there's parity like that in high school sports.
Thank you to Lakeville North for taking out Owatonna. I think we can all agree on that.
I would agree on that one as well.
Right now, I believe Lakeville North is leading the Northfield Raiders 2-1. I believe that is the current score in that. As we are doing pregame introductions here, which I was in a mad scramble coming from Owatonna, so I didn't even grab a roster from the scores from the table out front. But
it's one of those things you don't really need one because pregame lineups don't mean anything. As we know, coaches can put whoever they want to out there. So we'll just listen to see who gets announced. And I think Northfield's going to go pretty straight at it tonight, but you never know. I mean, there was some shuffling last time these two met in a very close duel. Northfield edged Faribault. But it's all about those matches. See, Faribault sending out 2 guys right now. So who is Kuiper going to get? He doesn't know.
Right. Shakes both of their hands.
It's not like WWE where you can get a 2-on-1 match.
Right. Well, I'm going to go through that because this isn't a typical format like a lot of other regular games are. The starting lineups are brought to us by Ritchie Eye Clinic. And the foggy glasses and dried out contacts. Give yourself the gift of LASIK. We certainly appreciate them jumping on here and advertising with us. Wrestling is one of those sports where we have no time to play any ads, so I get as many of this stuff done. And then everybody pay attention in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. All the advertisers have a logo that'll flash through down there. So a lot of people say thank you to me for doing this stuff, but we need to, please, if you do business with any of those advertisers, tell them thank you.
Absolutely. It's just a great deal that we're able to do this with Northfield Live, and people from all over the place can watch. And much. Yes, you got Lane Kuhlman here against Callie Graber here starting off the duel at 106. Lane Kuhlman, actually a former Northfield youth wrestler.
Really?
So these two know each other really well. And I'm excited to watch this match because these two kind of grew up together, and Callie's in on a nice shot right off the bat here, and she needs to finish this. She's in deep, trying to get an angle, trying to get that corner. That's what we always preach. If she can get that corner and secure the other leg, she's going to get 2 here to start this match off.
One thing about Callie that I know is she's going to come into the season in shape already. Stud runner as well.
Yeah, she did really well with cross country and led our girls team this year, and she is in shape. She's a goer and secures that 2-0 lead right off the bat and wants to keep the pressure on. And for somebody who's in good shape in wrestling, you just want to keep the pressure on because in the third period, you can really break your opponent and score some bonus points for your team. And at team sections, every point means a lot. So you want to get bonus points and you don't want to give them up.
Sure. Less than 1 minute left here. Callie is leading 2-0 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. 106 pounds.
Yeah, the lightweights are kicking us off. This best time of the year. Sections for many sports are firing up, and Callie's got a nice barbed wire there. She's trying to get Kuhlman turned. Kuhlman knows that he can't give up bonus points and go to his back, so he's going to do everything in his power to fight that off near the edge of the mat here. But Callie, she rocks around the head, puts 2 arms on one and walks around the head. She can do it. She's looking for a cradle, though, instead.
What grade is the Faribault young man in?
I believe Lane is in 7th grade.
Oh, there she's got the cradle.
Beautiful way to end the period. We always talk about scoring at the end of the period, not giving up points, and Callie gets the cradle tight and is going to get 3 near fall here. (5-0) Callie. Good start for the Raiders.
She defers.
Yeah, Kuhlman's going to go neutral. He got turned there, wasn't able to get an escape, so probably a smart move for him. Callie's got to keep the pressure on. She's got a 5-0 lead. She gets to 8 points. That's a major decision, extra team point for Northfield. So she wants to continue to put the pressure on. She does that.
Good reshot.
Yeah, really good reshot. and is able to secure two. Now it's like, okay, you got the cradle in the first period. You're going to go for the cradle again. Ref didn't call a little blood here. It looks like Kelly. A little nosebleed.
Nosebleed, boy, that kind of tees up in probably a good way. Off the top of my head, we just a sponsor that jumped on today, Northfield Hospital and Clinics.
Awesome.
So yeah, thanks to them jumping on there. I've got to figure out a way of teeing them into that. And a nosebleed is a good way if you're if you're injured. You can go to Northfield Hospital and Clinics. They've got a clinic up there, and of course the ER.
Yeah, see somebody up there and get the hometown service.
There you go. Yep. They've got the staff to take care of you and the equipment. That's for sure. Yeah. Are we gonna be able to fill out all of the weights today? Do you anticipate us giving up any free ones?
I think we'll probably have to give up 220. It's possible that we'll give up a middleweight, but there are some guys that can step in and battle for us. But this time of year, it's no excuse. Injuries happen.
Right.
Things happen, so you just gotta next man up, step up, and wrestle hard. And
how about Faribault? Do they have a full roster that you know of? Or?
Yeah, it looks like they're coming in pretty strong today. Yep. So it's gonna be a tough match for Northfield. Northfield's gonna have to pull off an upset, I think, and get some bonus points, such as this match. Callie's up 7-0, one more point, and she secures that bonus team point.
She's digging in for her own cotton. Yeah. The first one didn't get in there enough, so.
Yeah, I got the trainer over there wearing a Hawaii shirt, so it's.
Yeah, she just took care of it herself.
She's like, I'm used to this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plug that nose and battle some more here. So she's a gamer. No mistake about it. Qualified for the state tournament.
Yes, she did. She got first place, correct, in the girls section.
So she's looking to be on the podium at the state tournament at the Excel Center. Possibly win a state championship, bring that home. Her and Ella Pagel, two very solid wrestlers. All right, Callie, break them down to the side. Want to pick a side here. So Lane did a good job on the little short set. Now Callie's just got to pick one side and break him down.
Yeah, she's got that cross right in, right? Yeah. That's not allowing him to really.
She's got those long arms, and she's using that to her advantage to do that nice cross ride. And now she's doing a good job staying under the arms, not getting high. Because if you get too high, the guy's going to be able to reverse you or get an escape. So she's being very disciplined right now.
Yeah, and you can tell she's working, and so is he. So I don't really see any stalling action going on either here. That's good to see.
Yeah, good ref here so far. He's calling a good match. He is looking at the bottom guy and thinking, hey, if you don't put your head up, I will.
Right, I was thinking the same thing. Get your head up.
Yeah, you don't want your head on the mat.
Right.
Because the refs will notice that. So
he tries to switch.
A nice little switch. Callie lost her nose plug, so now she's going to go for that crossface again.
Under 20 seconds left here in the second period. Callie is leading 7-0.
Come on, Callie, 15 seconds. Go get it. Get these bonus points. Lane was able to break that grip and do a good job fighting that off that cradle.
That is going to do it here. Second period, Callie's choice. Oh, he's saying get your nose plug off the mat.
Yeah, go plug your nose again. Yeah. She says, no, the bleeding stop. So she's probably going to go down, I would think. Yep, get her escape. That would give her a major. So Coach Stubbs said the bar is coming. He knows Lane well. He's known him since he's little. Not fun seeing him in black and green, but
yep,
he's a good kid and good wrestler, so I wish him all the best.
Exactly.
Callie's got to work her way up to her base now and get hand control. She's got to get that one. Team needs it, need the bonus points.
Oh, she looks into it, and he tries to go for the cradle.
Yeah, he did a good job trying to go for the cradle, but Callie caught his arm, and now she's going to get to her feet. Awesome job, Callie.
1 point to skate,
and goes for the shot right away.
She's in deep. Now she's in good position. Very good job recovering.
Keeping him on, keep him on.
Yes, get that too.
There you go. So it's a 3-point move.
Yeah, big move there. Secure that major decision. Now she's just looking for a possible pin. So up 10-0 with a minute to go. What's your best turn? Is it going to be that cradle again? Or are you going to try your bar arm? She has a good bar arm as well. So, and, Lane's job is just to not get pinned. So that's what he's thinking down there. I can't let up any more bonus points.
And there he going to get caution? No.
Just a stalemate, it looks like. I don't like that call personally, but sometimes refs will call it if they don't think there's enough action. Refs false whistle there. That one's on him. Nice sit, yeah.
Yeah. That was a good sit right out of the gate, but she does a good job protecting it.
She did. She didn't get caught sleeping there, and Lane did a good job with a sit out, and Callie's able to stop that. So she's staying under the arms and controlling him, and now she's going to get the stall call against Faribault. So first one's just a warning. Second one will be a point, but 22 seconds left. It's okay to get a stall.
Yeah, so here we are now. We're at 10 seconds left, so looking like that's how this is going to end out.
Yeah, we're going to end with a 10-0 victory here and go up 4-0 as a team. Good start.
It certainly is. 106 pounds. Callie Graver takes the win. 4-0 for our Northfield Raiders. And we got another junior high kid coming out, Charlie.
Yeah, this is opportunity for Charlie.
Is this his first varsity match? Or
I think this might be his first varsity match. So, young man, 7th grade, very good youth wrestler though. Charlie Johnson, he's part of that future group that we're looking to. But stepping out in the mat here and filling in for the team. So you got to give him some props here.
Yep, absolutely. You know what grade the Faribault wrestler?
Nelson, I believe he's either a freshman or a sophomore, and he's a good wrestler. So nice takedown by him off the bat. He's looking at the younger, experienced, wrestler here in Johnson, and Johnson's just thinking to himself, hey, I'm a good wrestler too, but I'm going to be a little out-muscled here, so I'm just going to try and battle, fight, and who knows, maybe I catch him on his back and get a pin or something.
Yeah.
You got to go for those big moves in matches like this where you might be out-muscled a little bit because the kid's a little bit older. So
yeah, he got that more mature muscle.
Yep, he does. And then for Charlie, it's just, wrestle smart, fight off these moves, and then maybe catch him in something. Armbar half combo here by Nelson from Faribault. Got Charlie in some trouble here in the middle of the mat. 50 seconds left. Yep. And Charlie's got to get turned here. Really good shot.
Oh, my. Am I doing it? Come on, big guy.
Charlie,
get your hips up.
Charlie.
Get those hips up. Oh, my goodness.
Got through. Showing the strength of Charlie Johnson.
Yes, he sure is. Under 30 seconds left.
7th grade.
It's a long time when you're all fighting off your back here, though. Keep going there, big guy.
He's got to keep fighting. He's got to keep that shoulder up. Of course, Nelson wants to get the pin. Big 6 points for Faribault. And Charlie's fighting.
Yes, he is. He is putting up a heck of a battle. 10 seconds left. And a kid. Here we go. He's got him on his back.
Count him, ref. Oh, he's not counting.
And then Nelson gets the reverse right back, and that's going to do it for the period.
No back points? Should have been at least 2 back points.
Yeah.
That's too bad. But great job. You see the grit from Charlie.
It sure is. 7-2 now, starting the second period.
Okay, Charlie, get some confidence here. That'll build your confidence up, and know that you can throw this kid. You can catch him on his back. This is where you got to step up.
Certainly some grit there from the 7th grader.
Ooh, look at that nice breakdown by Charlie Johnson. Get right to that bar arm. Go get it, Charlie. Make a fist and get it. He's got it tight. He's got it deep. He's got to make a fist now. And there he goes. You got to get that
little
fist
high.
down
Yep.
a little high. That's, again, that strength deal. Going against somebody a little older, a little bit stronger.
Yep. keeping those hips in there, keeping that weight, keeping his weight on him. Oh, there he's going to.
That's just a matter of, again, that strength factor.
Yep.
And Nelson just was able to muscle him over, and, you know, that'll come a time Charlie can't hang his head on that. He's got to keep battling. And he's battling for his team, stepping in on varsity for the first time at a section tournament in the semifinals.
Right? Yeah, no, holy cow. That wasn't even allowed when I wrestled.
No, and it's not easy to do. And,
no.
And it's you got to give him props for going out there and fighting for his team. So.
Absolutely. It's such a big jump going from JV, especially even as a junior high kid, you know, going from junior high wrestling to JV is a jump, and then to go from JV, which I think he's been doing, to varsity is quite the step.
Yeah, a seasoned varsity wrestler like Nelson is, you know, wrestled probably 30 varsity matches this year, and Charlie's just jumping in here, filling in for his team, doing a really good job. Only down 9-2, still a regular decision, and see if you can get Nelson tired here and catch him on his out of position again. Nelson's got that little barbed wire in. Charlie's been fighting it off hard though. He's going to get back points though. 19 seconds. Charlie's got to get his arm through. It's tight there though. Nelson's got him really tight. Nice bridge by Charlie.
Yes, he does. Under 10 seconds left, Charlie. You can do it here. 113 pounds, 9-2. Faribault lead.
Charlie. There you go, Charlie. Great job by Charlie Johnson.
I believe it's going to be
Faribault's choice.
Oh, Faribault's choice. All right.
He's going to choose top, and probably not a bad decision. He's turned Charlie twice, but Charlie did catch him getting high, so see what Charlie can do here.
Oh, he left his arm behind in the...
Yeah, you can't do that on a switch, and you got to get clear of that arm, and Nelson was able to catch it. But Charlie's got to fight and just one step at a time here. You know, get to your base first, one knee at a time, get hand control, and just try to catch Nelson out of position. All Nelson's going to try and do here is use that muscle and get a turn. There's a tough crossface there on Charlie. I wasn't sure about that. I thought that was the first warning, but first warning usually isn't a point. So I'm not sure Coach Staub realizes that, but to me that should be just a warning. Nelson's in on that barbed wire.
There, Charlie's got the knee, so that's going to help his situation.
Yeah, down 13-2. I'm not sure about that call on the stall. I thought that was his first one, but the ref might have got that wrong. Nelson's got back points here on a barbed wire. Charlie's in trouble again. It's going to be 47 seconds of fighting off his back. If Nelson,
and he's getting out tired, but he's still putting up a good fight.
He's fighting for his team. And there he goes. There you go, Charlie.
Come on.
Oh, nice
Atta
job.
kid.
I mean, that's just grit and heart right there by Charlie.
It sure is. Boy, does that put a smile on my face for him.
Oh, you got to like it. And I know it's not, the toughest match to start in as a young guy, but just the way he's battling, he's going to have a very bright career here. And Faribault might want to think about letting him go. Staub's got to look at the stall here. If this ref calls a stall, it's going to be a tech fall because Charlie's down by 14. So I hope he doesn't. But okay, so yeah.
It looks like it's going to go.
Save 2 team points, Charlie.
There we
Good
go.
job.
Atta kid. Atta kid.
Good job, Charlie Johnson. Frustrated. And he did it for his team,
Sure did.
That's what you want.
That was the 113-pound weight class, Charlie Johnson. Further, our Northfield Raiders gives up the major, so now we are tied at 4 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Northfield, open.
So we're going to have to forfeit 120. We got another guy out here, which is unfortunate. And that's going to be 16 points for Faribault.
And 126 for Faribault, JT Housen. For your Raiders, Keith Harner.
All right, so we're down 10-4 now after that forfeit. And Keith Harner's got his hands full here with JT Housen, who's a very accomplished wrestler. I think he's ranked top 3 in the state.
Oh,
for
really?
Faribault, yeah, very good wrestler, looking to place high at the state tournament this year. And so Keith's, his job is to battle for points, save your team points, and just battle. And Keith's got a motor on him too, so he's not going to give up.
He absolutely does. He's got some of that country strength too.
Yeah, he does, and he's one of those guys that battles for every point. He's always there for his team. He does a lot of running. JT Housen does stuff like that, though. And Keith gets right out of it, though.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, what a job there by Keith, scrambling out of that little throw attempt, almost like a DDT by JT Housen. That's the strength and explosivity of Housen. Nice takedown by JT. Keith's got to keep battling here. It's a minute already gone out of the first period. It's only 2-0. Keith's got to fight out of this barbed wire. Faribault really working that barbed wire so far.
Yeah, I'm guessing he got somebody at a weight probably like this, where somebody's that good. I'm guessing he puts it on a lot of his teammates in the practice room, so then they've learned it, because we've seen that now a few times.
And that's exactly what's happening. Damn, I'm getting sick and tired of being barbed wired by my teammates, so I'm going to start doing it to my opponents.
Exactly.
And, Jesse Armbruster, longtime head coach from Faribault, very accomplished wrestler. Went to Augsburg, national champ. Just a stud wrestler in his own right. So, sure, he's been showing that move as well for the Faribault guys.
Mm-hmm.
And, but Keith, only down 2-0 here, 15 seconds left in the first period, battling with one of the top kids in the state. And, again, Keith's a very accomplished wrestler, so he's going to give Housen all he can handle.
Yeah, he wrestled quite a bit last year at varsity as well, Keith did.
Yeah, made it to state as well. So as a freshman, so he's no stranger to tough competition.
That is a lot of the battle, just to not be intimidated, right?
And he battled Housen in the really tough the first time we wrestled in that match. So let's see if Keith can get on his offense here. Maybe get an escape and get on his offense. Housen doing a good job trapping that arm. See if he's looking for a tilt possibly here on Keith to rack up some points, but Keith's got to be careful here. There's that barbed wire.
Yeah, and he had that leg in when Keith went to stand up as well. So
now the ref's counting, so he's saying he's broke that plane, and Keith's going to give up 3 back points here. Got to be careful not to get caught in the reverse half. Housen got the reverse half. Now Keith's in big trouble. Keith's got one of those bridges that just make you like, holy cow. So let's see if he can get out of this. A lot of guys would be done right here.
Right.
And Keith, he's in big trouble there. Housen's got it in tight.
He's got that tight.
Bummer. He just got caught there in that reverse half. So 16-4 now. Faribault up on Northfield, going into 132 here. And Keith's younger brother, 7th grader, Sam Harner, going to come out here. And this was a big match last time we wrestled these guys.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, so Cordova here is a senior.
Oh, my goodness.
Sam is in 7th grade and pulled off a big upset. And that kind of gave us that chance to beat Faribault. And that was a big swing match for us. And sure enough, they're battling again, so Cordova's going to look for some revenge here, and Sam is going to look to hold serve.
Yeah, I did not realize there was such an age difference between Keith and Sam.
Yeah.
I thought they were closer in age than that.
Yep. So Sam's been wrestling tough this year at 132. Not an easy task for a 7th grader. And solid wrestler, and this is going to be one of those swing matches that Northfield needs to get.
Oh, yeah.
Have a chance, so they gotta win this one, and they know it, and Sam knows it. So he's going to give it all he's got here and see if he can do it again. And big thing here too is seedings for sections. We got individual sections next weekend, so these guys will see each other again for an opportunity to make it to state. So there's seeding implications here as well.
Right, for the individual stuff like you were saying, yeah. And where's that tournament at?
So that's down at the Rochester Civic Center.
The individual one is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice shot attempt by Cordova. Great job by Sam Harner. fighting it off. Last time this was a very close match, so this is going to be who's going to get that first takedown.
Yep.
And I expect another close match here. Both guys kind of a little tentative, not willing to risk, in the first minute and a half here, who's going to commit to their bread and butter shot. Cordova so far is the aggressor. And Sam's got to get on his offense now.
He's got that front headlock trying to get around for that cradle.
He's almost got it. If you can pull Cordova's head down to the mat, he almost had that angle.
Yeah, shuck him the other way and then come back, right?
Yeah, he just wasn't able to hold him down.
It's still very impressive for a 7th grader going against a senior. Holy cow.
Future's bright for Sam Hart.
Yeah, he's our second 7th grader already.
Yes.
And is Callie an 8th grader or freshman?
She's in 9th grade.
She's in 9th grade, okay.
So got quite a few years left for a lot of these people, and, a bright future for a lot of them.
So I guess I missed it. I believe Sam took down.
Yeah, Sam took down, so he's got to get his escape and go up 1-0 in this match. And I think it's going to be one of those deals where whoever gets that first takedown or first big move is going to win this match.
Right. And you don't want to spend too much energy trying to get it.
No, you don't. You got to really pick your battles, and what your bread and butter moves are. When you're that close to a guy, it's like, how can I score? How can I get that little angle? How can I get that advantage?
When you've talked about guys, have you talked about being like, okay, think about what you want to do and then sort of flurry it out?
Yes.
You burst it out?
Everybody's different. In wrestling, it's like some guys in some matches, you want your kid to go after them, right away in the first period.
Yep.
Keep the pressure on the whole match. Other matches, you want to be a little more conservative. If you're wrestling a really athletic kid, that's very explosive, for example.
Yep.
You just got to withstand that flurry, that first flurry. So you don't want to go out there guns a-blazing if that kid is that much more athletic.
Exactly, yep.
And so sometimes if you can just weather that storm, get them slow them down, the tortoise can win the match.
Yeah. Especially if you know the other guy's cutting a lot of weight.
Exactly. So there's so much strategy that goes into the sport, and some guys are brawlers, some guys are thinkers, some guys are methodical, some guys are just very athletic, and that's what's the beauty of wrestling. It's all shapes and sizes, and Sam's got to get away. So he's been ridden out for a minute and a half here, and Cordova's now, you can see they're doing that butcher again, and now he's got it. And that's been every Faribault guy. So Coach Armbruster clearly working that with a lot of his guys, and Northfield's fell victim now a couple times with that butcher. Sam's in big trouble. He's got to withstand.
2 seconds left.
Yeah, he's going to be down 3-0.
3 points, Northfield.
And it's Faribault's choice, so.
Faribault's choice. He's going to go top.
So he's looking to get the move, looking to get the pin. Right, Sam wasn't able to get out of there. So
Sam's got to take that as an insult.
Right,
He's got to say,
sure
you know
does.
what? Whenever a guy chooses top on you, it's kind of an insult.
And he tries it right away.
He's got to get a little attitude here. Being on the bottom is all about attitude and getting away. And this guy is not going to hold me down.
Yep.
So this is where you do flurry, and when you go like crazy, and some coaches will say pretend that they're trying to do something to your mom or something, and just get that fire under your belly. This guy's not going to hold me down. And so you got to. It's all about attitude on the bottom and going. And Sam's just got to find that, put himself back in a match. Right now he's in a bad position. Cordova's got an arm bar tight and just grinding, and Sam's got to work his way up.
Minute 20 left. Yeah, this is a long time. And he's got that. I guess I grew up calling that a chicken wing. I don't think you guys call it something different here.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those things where it's, now he's got the wrist in a very. But Sam does a good job fighting out of that.
He sure did.
He was in big trouble there and was able to fight out of that. A minute left. There he goes.
There we go. There's a switch.
Reversal. That's the fire we talked about. It's the attitude you have to have on the bottom. Sam said enough.
So now, but now you only got 48 seconds.
You got to let him go.
Yeah.
And
you sure do.
To me, you got to cut him.
Let him. And coach is saying, let him go. There he goes.
Smart,
he cuts him. Now you got to
move.
take him down right away. Here we go.
One takedown, and we got a tie match. So you got 35 seconds.
There he goes.
There's
he shoots.
The shot. Go again. Get up and go again. Set up a throw. You have nothing to lose here in a team match. Doesn't matter. You got to go for something. We need to win this match. There's the shot. It's got to drive. 18 seconds.
Keep going. Here we go.
That's 2. Oh.
Got to finish. Kids took that leg.
Hit him right on the hip. And there he goes. 2.
There we go.
He's going to get back points.
Get the back points, and he's going to do it.
At the end of the
there
match.
It is.
Wow. Awesome job. I'm getting a little fired up here.
Yes, sir. Atta kid Sam Harner takes the 132. 6-4.
Give up in wrestling. And Sam just showed heart and grit for his team. Picked his team up when his team's down a little bit, and that's what leaders do. So congratulations, Sam.
Atta kid. What a flurry at the end there.
Had to have that match.
For Faribault, Isaac Yetzer.
Out of again, a 7th grader versus a senior. That just floors me.
Oh, man, what a great match for Sam Harner.
138 pounds. We're moving on to Faribault Falcons are still leading 17-6 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, Northfield really badly needed that win to get back in this a little bit. This is going to be a tough match for Williams from Northfield, wrestling Yetzer, another really good wrestler from Faribault. So Faribault will be a little favorite in this match. Nice little drag by Yetzer to get around and get his 2.
Takedown. Faribault.
I got you water, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I owe ya.
No, you don't. It's the Booster Club took care of us.
Oh, nice.
I just grabbed it. I just brought it. So thank you to the Northfield Booster Club for taking care of us.
I'm a member, so part of my donation went to this.
There you go.
Williams in trouble.
Yep.
Yetzer's going to get a pin. Yetzer did what he needed to do for Faribault to bounce back here and answer after the big win there by Sam Harner.
Makes it 22-7 in favor of Faribault Falcons. And who is this at 145?
For the Raiders, Austin Benjamin.
So Austin Benjamin, little green as a wrestler, but a great athlete. He's got this Hunter Conrad, very tall, lanky wrestler from Faribault.
Okay.
So this will be a tough match for Austin, but Austin's battled hard, so he's going to look to, when you're wrestling these, you talk about strategy, you're wrestling these taller, lanky guys, you definitely want to use that to your advantage and get it on their legs and get on your shots, because it's a little harder for them to defend.
Mm-hmm. Doing a good job with the leverage, keeping that head stuff down.
Yeah, good stance. He's just awesome. He's just a natural wrestler. He's stocky, strong, athletic, and he just looks like a wrestler. So with time, he's going to get really good at the sport. And every opportunity he gets in these tough matches like this, he's going to improve. And tried a little foot sweep there, kind of like that. So far, no. There's a shot by Conrad from Faribault. Good job by Benjamin trying to tie up his leg. He's got to get his leg back down and sprawl. Conrad switch to a double and get it. Looking right away for the cradle.
Here's where you don't like the tall guys, because they go for that cradle every time.
Yeah, they do, and this is where they got that reach advantage, and he's got it in tight, really tight. Benjamin in big trouble here.
Yeah, that does not look good, and there it is.
Faribault, another 6 points on a pin. Bonus points has been the story so far for Faribault, and Northfield not been able to get any bonus points, so that's kind of been a big difference here and why you see a 28-7 score now.
Moving on to 152 pounds. Aya Schweik, is that who this is?
Yeah, another really good, athletic, young wrestler, but he's got to wrestle one of the top wrestlers in the state here in Bo Bachman, so that's not going to be an easy task for Schweik, but man, has he battled hard this year and had to wrestle some studs, so he's been kind of baptized by the fire this year.
That happens when you get up in this 145 and north.
Yeah.
Right, you run into a lot of guys that have a lot of senior experience. And, yeah.
And that's what you're going to see here. And we got some good matches ahead of us, though. Northfield looks to bounce back and make this competitive. You know, obviously, Bo Beckman here looking for a pin for his team. He's one of the leaders on this team and very experienced wrestler. So got a nice armbar tied up on Schweik. But Schweik's, you know, just a strong individual. And look at how he fights that off, you know. And that's just stuff you can't teach. Is
right.
The strength and the athleticism. And the other stuff will come for him. But, you know, just having to battle these tough kids is not easy to do.
It certainly isn't.
Now he's in a double arm bar, and that's not a good place to be if you're Schweik. And Beckman's going to look for a pin here. Again, Schweik's fighting hard for his team, though. He's just not giving up, you know, and that's what you like to see here. You got both arms tied up, and you're in a really tough position, but he's still fighting like crazy. Solid match for Beckman, Faribault.
Third pin in a row for Faribault. Puts it 34-7.
Those are those bonus points, you know, you talk about. And here you got Pribble, who's going to step in for Northfield, and with another guy out here. And Pribble's going to step in. He stepped in quite a bit this year for us and been doing an outstanding job. He's going to have his hands full here with Elliot Veland, who's another good wrestler from Faribault. But Pribble will battle him.
Yeah, I've seen Jack wrestle a few times this year. I haven't been to too many meets, but
yeah, he stepped in and filled in nice for Northfield, and when we've called his name, he's done his job. So right here, he's just going to look to battle and see what he can do against Veland, who's going to be a little favorite in this match, but that's okay. That's why you battle.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, for Northfield, it's about kind of saving face a little. Right now, you're down 34-7. It's not a good feeling.
No.
But now it's like, okay, let's get a spark somewhere. Who can pick up the team?
Yep.
Who can get us back in this match and make it respectable, and keep fighting? That's the thing about sports. You don't want the momentum to get you down.
Right.
Somebody's got to pick you up, and Pribble will do that. He's a positive kid, smart kid, and he's one of those guys that's going to battle, and his teammates are going to look at that and say, okay, he's battling, I got to battle.
Right.
So it's exactly what he's doing. He's only down 2-0 here, 44 seconds left. Nice little short switch by Pribble. Really tough wrestler. Went out to Fargo, won the JV championship out there with the Rumble on the Red, and it's just really getting strong in his 10th grade year here.
Doing a good job not allowing him to put the legs in.
Yeah, Veland's got a leg, trying to work a cross-body ride here on Pribble. There he throws in a leg. Pribble doing a good job, though, fighting this off, keeping the match close, giving himself a shot here. So this is what you want to see out of Jack.
You're going to run out of time here. 3 seconds left. He was trying to get him. Yeah, he's doing a good job keeping those legs and those hips just out of position to where wasn't able to get turned.
Yeah, and Veland's going to choose neutral here and feels confident on his feet, so he's going to try and build on his 2-0 lead. Jack's got to get on his offense. Got a little flat-footed there.
Yep.
And Pribble.
It was a good little head control and then set that up.
Jack's got to move his feet, not get flat-footed. You always look for that, and he's just not moving his feet, and Veland is trying to build up his score now a little bit here, so.
Dad is telling him the same thing, keep those feet moving.
Yep, Dad knows what he's talking about. He's watched Jack this for a long time, and keep those feet moving, Jack, and don't get flat-footed. And keep battling. This is where it comes mental.
Yes,
you battled hard in that first period. Don't let one takedown discourage you, and then you start doubting yourself. You got to keep battling in this match and give yourself a chance in the third period.
I'm guessing the Faribault kid, is he a senior? He looks older.
No, I think he's either a sophomore or a junior. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, he's.
And Jack is a sophomore, correct?
Yep. So, the ref's going to call stalling pretty. pretty fast today, so just dinged Jack for stalling, which is probably a good call. Jack hasn't made any real shot attempts, so this is where Jack's got to, there he goes. Jack's in a little scramble here. Oh, he's got to let go of the head. Oh. Nice little scramble by both wrestlers. Veland ended up on top there. Now Jack's got to just keep the pressure on him. Just try to get an escape here. You got 30 seconds. You're down 6-1, but come up and get an escape. Oh, he's caught Veland in a mistake. Veland tried to get a little greedy there with a tilt, and Jack's having none of it. Now he's down only 3-6. And he's got a crossface in.
Yes, he sure does. Trying to reach for the cradle, but the Faribault guy looks pretty strong.
Yeah. But yeah, give Jack credit. Like I said, he's battling. He's only down by 3 going to the third period. Looks like Veland's getting tired here. He's holding his head up.
Yeah. He does look gassed.
So what are we going to choose here? He's going to say down. So Jack's going to go down. Veland's going to cut him. So now we got a 2-point match. If Jack can get a takedown, it's a tie match.
Yeah, move those feet. What does Jack's, what he likes to go to here?
He's got a good single. He's got a good double. He's just got to believe in it, and he's got to execute. So right now, hey, you're down by only 2 points in the third period. A really good wrestler. So you got to go and change levels and hit your shots. And Veland is in on his legs now. Jack's got to get his hips out. He's in trouble here. He might have to bail out to the stomach, and he does.
Yeah, now, Dad is saying the right thing. You got to move here.
You got to move. Keep the pressure on him.
Don't have time to catch your breath here.
No, down 8-4, minute 15. There's still time in this match, as we saw in the Harner match. You can score 5 points in a hurry. So you got to get up, get an escape, catch Veland in a tough situation, and go for it. So. Ooh, Jack trying a little roll there. Veland's having none of that. He's got to work his way up to his base, so one knee at a time. Get that first knee out. That second knee up. I'm not sure what the ref's thinking. The ref's going to call Faribault for stalling. He's not working on the side. Good call. I'm just kind of being parallel there on the right. On top, you can't do that. So now both guys have a stall warning. Nice stand-up by Jack. I mean, that's what you want to see. You want to see a good first move from the bottom. He did that. Veland did a good job stopping that, but Jack went for it there. So nice first move. Now he's got to go again, though. Work up like your dad says. One knee up at a time, Jack. So he's got the one knee up. Now come, slide the other one up. Now get hand control. Get yourself in a flurry like you did before and catch Veland.
Yeah, that's tough when you're at the tail end of the third period. You can't find that energy. Sam Harner, that was really impressive to do that.
Yeah, it shows his conditioning, so he's come a long way. Solid match there.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, the team knows it. Jack filling in here for another guy that's out. Solid match. That's how you battle. He kept battling and, gave himself a shot. Didn't quite get it, but only gave up 3 points for the team. So here's another swing match. Last time Staub, Colin Staub against Cooper Leichman, and it was a very close match.
Okay.
Staub, kind of like the Harner match earlier, was one of those big swing matches that Northfield needed to win, and Staub came out on top. And so we'll see what happens here. Let's see if Staub can do it again just like Harner did. That's what Staub wants to do. So Staub needs to get on his offense, believe in his shots too. He's been developing those lately.
Couple taller guys.
Yeah, you got some lanky guys here, and they're both very similar in stature. So again, these guys were pretty even last time they wrestled. So let's see what Staub can pull here.
Goes for the fireman's.
Staub has a nice fireman's attempt. Leichman did a nice job defending. Staub's got to get up to his feet, though. Don't give up a cheap. There's a headlock by Staub. He didn't adjust his hips on the headlock,
Yep.
and Dad's going to be mad about that. Dad was really good at that moving in his youth. And
Okay.
he did a good job throwing the headlock, and then you got to adjust your hips so you don't get rolled through.
Right.
So a little flurry. Leckman goes up 2-0 here, 1 minute. But Collins got to keep battling.
Yeah, it was a good flurry for both of them.
Yeah. Just kind of a little sloppy there with the headlock, and Colin did a good job executing. He's just got to adjust his hips so he doesn't get rolled through next time. A little switch attempt, off the bat. I don't like guys doing switches off the bottom for their first move unless they can really clear that arm. It's tough to get,
He didn't really get his hips out there either.
No, it's one of those deals, and you don't want to be in the middle of mat either. So Colin's got to work his way up here. Get hand control. He's got 36 seconds. Really needs to get a 1 here. Close the gap in this match. All right, Colin, go. You got 24. Go.
Is this a natural weight for him? 170?
Yeah, I mean, he's getting big 70-pound.
Yep. Oh.
So again,
10 seconds.
You're seeing the butcher again by Faribault, and Colin just kind of got muscled over on that. And I think the ref's going to give him 2 back points just right at the end of the period. So just points you don't want to give up at the end of the period. And just Colin's got battle back now.
Faribault choice. Faribault defers.
See what Colin's going to call. Colin's going to go down. Okay. So they had to think about it. And now it's attitude, Colin. You went down, then get out.
Yeah, it was his choice.
It was. And he looked at his dad, and he's like, well, what should I do? And I'm like, well, have the attitude. Go down and say, I'm going to get away. And that's what he's got to do here. He's got to get a little edge to him and get some fire in his belly here. Right now it's that momentum thing. You're down 4-0, but you can catch this guy. You can, if you get in a scramble. Okay, Leckman's going to let him go. So good job, Colin. Methodically working his way out of there. So now he's got to go. He did have a fireman's attempt and was close. And now Leckman's in on a shot. Colin got a little flat-footed here. There's a headlock if Colin wants it. Just going to get kind of muscled down there. Colin's got to get some fire in him now. So it's one of those things where Collins has scrambled with this guy in the previous match and caught him on his back a couple times. So these are the types of matches that, you're down by 5, but you get in a scramble, you can easily get 5 points back.
Yeah, right.
So, one move away from doing that.
So Colin Staub, who's also a sophomore, I believe.
Yeah, I think, you got, I believe 2 sophomores here. Like you said, 2 very similar stature guys, similar wrestlers, close match, first time, and now Colin's he's got to move down here. He's got to believe in himself, got to get in a scramble. There he goes, got a little short set.
Oop,
there it is. See, that's the stuff that you got to try. Now, all right, you got your 1. Now mix it up, Colin. Get in there and mix it up. Move your feet. Don't just stand there and look at the clock. He's got to go.
2-6. He is trailing Faribault with under 30 seconds left.
And he has to get Leckman in these scramble situations. He's losing now, so he's got to create opportunities. He can't wait. Get in there, get a tie, and work your shots. Now Leckman's the aggressor with 10 seconds left. And Colin going to give up 2 right at the end of the period. I don't know if that was 2. The ref called 2, and Coach Staub did not like that, and that was the questionable. It's one of those flurries that.
So they're going to talk about it here.
Yeah, the ref's going to stick to his guns. It was questionable, definitely questionable. Staub had every right to ask, if that was controlled, because Colin did a good job kind of rolling through and getting that single back, but it was that split second the ref felt that he had control, and Colin just got a little sloppy. Now he's in trouble, but now
he's got to sit. Faribault's hips are too high. Collins gets out of it.
Oh, now he's got to throw some. Oh, right there he had an opportunity.
Yeah, he sure did.
And you can't hesitate. Like, Collins did a good job rolling out, and then he could have thrown.
Yep. He had the underhook, and his hips were in there. Yep.
There it is. Now throw it, Collins. Use your hips. And that's a case right there that.
How much do these guys do freestyle in the off season?
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, Collins done freestyle. He knows how to throw. He's got the hips. He just got to believe in it. And now he's in a flurry. This is what you want to see.
Yeah, it sure is.
So, he's going to get pinned if he don't. All right. That was a tough match. He's got to learn from that. Just didn't, stuff that you can learn from. All right, now Owen's got to pick up the team here, and he's going to have a tough senior here. Soto, he's a solid wrestler too, and Owen's got to go out and show his team why he's a leader.
Right.
Right now there's not a lot to be happy about.
No, there is not.
We're down 43-7, and now this is where people need to step it up. So,
and how much of these two wrestled each other?
So just once, Owen won 5-0. Owen feels like he didn't wrestle his best, and it's one of those deals where, hey, Soto's a strong senior, and he's going to battle you. So Owen's got to create some fire and pick up his team. Team's in the dumps right now, and down 43-7 in the section semis against Faribault. Let's see what Owen can do. Owen's, again, he's best when he's moving and creating flurries, and right there is trying to create a flurry, and Soto's using just blocking. Mm-hmm. So where you want to keep moving, and Soto's just kind of doing a good job with his defense there. Owen's getting in on his offense, but not quite able to fight through. Soto again, strong senior.
Okay.
He's no stranger to varsity. He's been on varsity a couple years now and accomplished wrestler. So Owen's going to have to work for it and build the lead.
Both of them expending quite a bit of energy there doing that.
Yeah, and that's 3 shots now, and Owen, the Soto's none. And eventually it's, 30 seconds left in the first period. Owen's got to get on and keep the pressure on.
Is this a decent weight for Owen? How's he been holding up?
He's been pretty strong here at this weight. He's not a huge 182-pounder, but definitely very technical at this weight. Mm-hmm. And 2 minutes gone by. So far, no points.
Nice shot there.
And the ref's not going to call any stalling so far. It's kind of surprising because Owen took about 5-6 shot attempts. Soto hasn't taken one. So...
yeah, with how fast he called it on the previous matches.
2 minutes. He's been calling them fast all night, and that's kind of interesting that...
Northfield choice.
Northfield's going to go down, create some flurries, and see what he can do here. Gotta get some fire back on the Northfield side. He got Owen up, and then he got tough wrestling Kuiper. Owen does a good job. First move there, getting his escape. Now he's got to keep the pressure on, keep his shot attempts, and see if he can get Soto out of position here. Soto's just done a nice job kind of staying square with him, and Owen's got to create some angles. Right now he's kind of head on. He's got to get these angles and create something.
Yeah, they're both leaning into each other so much. If you kind of feel like there's opportunities for some shucks or bring them to you a little bit, get them off balance.
Yeah, just get off balance like that, and then continue to battle. And now we're going into a minute and a half, and no real shot attempts from Soto. Owen's got to create an angle. He's kind of been playing into Soto's game, really. And he doesn't want to do kind of that head-on match. He wants to create angles, circle left, circle right. Keep him off balance. So, yeah, I'm not sure what Soto's going to do here for his offense, but there's another shot attempt.
And Faribault isn't doing anything off of those either.
He hasn't called any stalling consistently.
Yeah. He hasn't tried. Faribault isn't trying to circle.
Yeah.
When Owen's shooting and going underneath, he's just defensing it and staying straight in front of him. He isn't even trying to shut Owen and trying to circle.
That's kind of, 2 minutes first period, then a minute and a half here. You think the ref would maybe warn him, but you got as a wrestler, you can't depend on that, and you gotta understand that. Okay, I gotta force the issue, and not always gonna get those stall calls or whatever. And every ref calls it a little differently. Mm-hmm. Some refs are more aggressive. We thought this guy was going to be aggressive tonight because did call.
Earlier he was.
Yeah. So it's now it's like, okay, what's he gonna do here? And so far he's kind of slowed down those calls. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Owen's still got to work on his foot movement and get his shot. So, and Soto's hanging on and not been really interesting. It's another shot and another non-call the ref. So I'm not sure. Owen's got to try something different. Maybe get out of the tie and try a shot from the outside. Okay, so 4 minutes of wrestling and no stall calls.
Yep, sound like we got some chirping about that one person's
shots.
shooting and the other one isn't.
So that's going to be an interesting third period.
So it's 1-0. Owen has the score from an escape. And he's going to now prevent Faribault from escaping.
Yeah, he's got to get on his offense. He's good on top. But
what's he like to go to here?
He's got a lot of different things he's been working on. And, he's got some tillets. He's got some armbar half-ride combos. He's been working on Turk. So it's just one of those things where it's like you got to impose your will on a wrestler like this. So.
Yeah, both boys are doing. This is the most action out of the Faribault guy that we've seen here for sure. As he tries to stand up and does get the escape.
So now you got a 1-1 match in a minute 30, and this is where you gotta dig down deep. Gotta look for your shot. Northfield is coming out flat tonight, and that's kind of been the MO. Northfield's been coming out flat, and Faribault kind of with more fire. And this is where Owen's got to dig down deep and pick his team up.
He's got a little bit of a front headlock on him.
Yeah, you caught Owen on a bad shot. Owen's, got to dig down deep and get that one good shot. So.
Oh, hang on a second. I lost the camera. We'll put a new battery in it.
Well.
1 minute remaining.
I just don't know why Owen's hanging on like that. Not wrestling this type of match right now.
30 seconds.
Yeah, if somebody doesn't score here in the next 24, it might go into overtime. And, Owen's just kind of, both guys tired now. One guy's got to dig down deep and get something. 9 seconds. Looks like it's going to go into overtime.
They'll remain at neutral.
Yeah. Yeah, so first takes on here will win the match. Owen's been putting pressure on and just not able to kind of break that head tie from Soto. And it's just been one of those matches where sometimes you have these matches where you can't get on your offense and you get frustrated and try and force the issue, and that's kind of what it's been.
Right there. Shoot.
Yeah, I mean,
you'll look at that and you'll be like, there could have been the.
There could have been a couple stalls, I think, in this match, but
he had him, almost had him again.
Yeah, the ref's just refusing to call it. So I don't know. It's looks like a little blood time here. Ref's gonna stop it. 19 seconds. It could be going into double overtime, and
Is it first man scores in this point? It's been a long time since I've covered
in the first overtime, it's the first guy scores, but then after that, each guy gets an opportunity to go down. So we'll see what happens, and this could go into double overtime because again, there's another shot. Ref, this is interesting. Okay, we're gonna go into double overtime.
So we flip for the first choice.
Yeah. Someone's going to go down. Double overtime. He's going to try and create a flurry.
Do they each get an opportunity, or if he escapes, he's
down? No, they each get an opportunity no matter what here. And then after that, it'll go to sudden death overtime, where the first person who scored will get choice, which in this case would be Owen. So Owen did what he needs to do and got his escape. Soto with the little shot attempt there. 19 seconds. Owen's up by 1. Soto's going to get his chance to go down after this period. So, there's a nice little snap down by Owen, but he's got to continue. So now Soto will go down.
That was, I think, the first shot we've seen him take right there. Weak single attempt.
Yeah, so if Owen rides him for 30 seconds, he wins. If not, it goes into double overtime. So this is a long match.
Oh, caution. He's giving Owen a caution.
Yeah, I guess he's going to get to Northfield, but it was definitely Faribault
who moved,
but ref did not see it that way. Interesting. All right, well, nice little start by Soto, but Owen does a good job blocking it. And now what you got is 19 seconds left. Soto's looking for a little roll throw, and Owen's got him down tight. 8 seconds, 5 seconds. Owen's just got to hang on here. He's going to get the win. So
there you go.
Yeah. So give Soto credit. He battled Owen hard. Owen's got to learn from that match. And, he got individual sections next week. He didn't wrestle like he wanted to. Didn't get in his offense. And ref wasn't going to call stalling. So ref was, calling stalling earlier in the duel and then just decided, we're not going to call it anymore. So interesting, to see the inconsistencies with the calls, but as a wrestler, you can't depend on it. You gotta understand that. So
yeah, there's plenty of stuff there to look at for takedowns.
It is, and it's just one of those things that you got to know that. Okay, this guy, he wasn't calling it, so now I definitely need to get on a takedown, and you'll learn from that.
Yep.
And wasn't his best match, but again, Soto's a tough wrestler. Guy gets a lot of wins under his career, and you can't get too frustrated. He wrestled you smart. Now Ryan's got to go out there and fire up his team.
So, here we are, 195 pounds, Ryan Kuiper, another sophomore.
Yeah, and I think Ryan got a pin here last time.
And you guys are young.
We are, and we knew that going into this year. We don't have any seniors on our team, so next year we're going to be even better, and the year after that even better than that. So lots to look forward to, even though we're going to fall here in the section semifinals to Faribault. We got some guys with individual chances to make the state. Some of our guys came out flat tonight. Mm-hmm. Coach Staub's got to look at that and say, okay, we got to regroup. We got a week left to prepare for individuals, so we got to pick each other up. We got to pick each other up and get some morale back. And how are you going to do that? Well, you got to fire people up. You got to have a coming together.
It's definitely next man up here.
It is, and we're short-handed, but now it's like, hey guys, let's band together. Let's pick the spirits up, and so Staub's got to have that conversation.
It's opportunities for other guys.
Yes, and that now's the time to lead that, and people need to step up and say, hey, we're going to fire on all cylinders at individuals now. Okay, we're done as a team. That's the beauty of wrestling. Now you can do it as an individual. So let's pick each other up and let's turn some heads at individuals and see what we can do at the XL Center individually. But that spark's got to come. Even Ryan right here, kind of coming out a little flat. No points here in the first period. And give Faribault. Faribault credit. They came to wrestle tonight.
Absolutely, they did.
They definitely came to wrestle.
Yeah, I am not. I got people calling me as if they don't know I'm in the middle of calling.
Wow, nice shot there on Kuiper at the end of the period.
Faribault's choice. Faribault defers.
Yeah, I'd love to figure out a way to cover the individual with video somehow, but it's pretty tough. So we're in a right about it for sure. And if people are capturing some video with their cell phones or whatever, we can help tweet that stuff out and share it.
Absolutely, it's a fun tournament. There's, down at the Rochester Civic Center, and here's where Ryan's really tough on top. He's, got a good cradle and that sort of thing. So, really strong grip. But Faribault probably knows that too, and probably. It's hard to wrestle a guy, more than once in a season too, and they kind of know your tendencies.
Pretty good.
It's like, so Ryan, I believe pinned this guy last time, but now he's like, okay, I know kind of what Ryan's going to bring me in.
Stay away from the cradle with Ryan Kuiper, right?
Yeah. So
he's staying out flat,
but Ryan has other things in his tool chest too, and last time I think he even used a butcher and got a pin. So we'll see if he gets frustrated here and goes for maybe a near side cradle. Because that's open right now if he wants it.
Yeah, he's not. Faribault is not giving up the crossface for the far side cradle.
No, good job fighting out. Now Ryan's got a little power half though. Good job battling both guys here. There's a power half. Yeah, Faribault, strong defense there. Fighting off the power half, fighting off the crossface cradle.
Yeah, you got to give credit to both guys. Ryan is working. There's no stalling at all on his chat. He's not even. He is truly working, trying to get something.
This is where a stall needs to be called. I mean, the Faribault guy has done nothing.
That's true. Yep.
And this is. I mean, if you're going to call it consistent. And this is getting a little frustrating now.
Yeah.
Now
his head is on
there.
Yep.
It is a fall. He called a stall, and it's it's long overdue, but it's because Ryan's been working hard, and the Faribault guy's just laying there on the bottom. So,
Faribault chooses neutral.
Neutral. You're sitting here at a 0-0 match. Faribault's given the opportunity to win the match. Kuiper's got to dig down deep just like Owen had to and pull it out for his team. And Northfield's just flat tonight. It's just no way to explain it. They're just flat. They're coming out flat, and they got to re-examine this duel. And even the guys in the bench right now kind of hang their heads a little. And that's something that you gotta notice.
A little inattention to the match going on in front of them.
Cheer on Ryan right now. Everybody has to get in this and cheer on their teammate. Pick each other up, and this is
some of that. How many duels do they do, away as well, where there isn't a spotlight? I mean, those spotlight ones,
they help.
Great, yeah.
But I mean, this is section semis. I mean, if you can't get up for the section tournament,
there's no doubt about that.
You got to look in the mirror,
yep.
And that's kind of you're losing. Yeah, you're going to lose the match, but this is a section foe. And crosstown rival down south
down
of us.
Highway 3 rival. Yeah, absolutely.
And this is where it's about pride, and people need to cheer each other on. And, again, this is a match that Ryan won easily last time, but now he's looking at 0-0 in the third period. And it's just a matter of Faribault's coming out a little harder than we are. Ryan's getting a little frustrated. And so let's see if he can dig down deep here.
Yeah, there seems to be definitely a lack of some chemistry here in the room.
Yeah, and that's going to happen. But
there's some grit, though. He was in a bad spot.
No, it's not too yet. It's Ryan's in trouble. He's going to come up on top. Oh, my God. 13 seconds left. Oh, I think it's his mom's birthday today, so he pointed over at Dana and did that for his mom, dug down deep. And, you know, we're just flat tonight. There's no way to ifs, ands, buts about it. We're just flat. And we're not wrestling like we should, and we got to re-examine that. And Kuiper got a little energy at the end and got a pin. So give him credit for digging down deep. That's what you got to do. You're not always going to have your best day.
Right.
We're going to have to forfeit 220 like expected. And, you know, when days that you don't have your best effort, how do you dig down deep? How do you dig down deep?
Yep.
So now we go to heavyweight, and Ackerman, who's done a great job this year for the Raiders, good football player. So he's got to come out here and...
He's only got a few varsity matches, I believe, under his belt.
Yeah,
not too many.
He's green, but he's done a good job battling this year. He's going to get thrown in a left-handed headlock. Man, he's in trouble there.
Noah is fighting pretty good, but he's got a long time ahead of him.
Yeah, it's a tough place to be in a heavyweight match. And like I said, Ackerman's going to be a good wrestler. He's just got to get more match time. Next year he'll be a senior, be a little bit stronger, a little bit more confident. This year's just all learning experience for him, and he's done a good job. He's battled. He's won a match for us. So this is nothing to hang his head about. Okay, so we beat Faribault a couple weeks ago, and you're going to lose now 55-16, which just shows you how you need everybody at the right time, and you got to be wrestling the best at your right time. Right now, we're not wrestling our best, so we got a week to figure it out.
Yep.
And that's what everybody has to look in the mirror. It's individuals now. It's for yourself. You got to look in the mirror, and you got to figure out, what do I need to work on this last week to bounce back and lay all my chips on the table. So not the best effort, but it's Faribault came to wrestle. Give them credit. Best of luck to them in the section championship.
Absolutely. That was very fun last year with Northfield going all the way to state as a team, but that's not going to be the case this year as Faribault does take this one 55-16. Sean, thank you so much for a great year, and wish you nothing but the best. And the guys, the individuals, I'm sure we'll stay in touch. And
absolutely.
And we'll catch you. We'll maybe even see you maybe at a track meet. I'll try and get over there.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure. So
and congratulations to your daughter as well.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Now
Alpine skier.
Right? Yeah. So made the state and got all state for us this year, top 20. So yeah, good wake up call for us. So we got to regroup now, and Coach Saab's got to get these guys going. So thank you, Lance. Thank you, Northfield Live.
You bet. Thanks so much, Sean. We will talk to you later, and thank you to everybody tuning in this evening. A little update. Looks like our Northfield Raider girls hockey team also lost 5-3 to Lakeville North. So we're going to be looking forward now to, like Sean was saying, the wrestling individuals, and we'll still have the boys basketball and boys hockey are both got very good teams, and girls basketball sections as well will be coming soon. You can check out all of our events on Northfield Live. On our next event that we will be broadcasting will be this Saturday. Our boys hockey team will be taking on, let's see, I believe it's Rochester Mayo this Saturday on NorthfieldLive.com. That time was changed, so it will now be, I believe it's a 5 o'clock game. We will try and get set up for a JV game that afternoon. So thanks again to everybody tuning in. Unfortunately, Faribault does take this one 55-16. Have a good night, everybody.